Yo, what up? All right. So we got part 3 of educating Ricky.
Okay. Part 3.
Part 3.
Yeah, man. Carl's education, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple of them that have been educational, I would say.
Hanging the bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really educational. I learned something.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But the tomatoes on the plates and being poisonous and the people thinking they were poisonous and shit.
It was the lead.
Yeah, the lead
plates and lead knives. Yeah. The lead, everything they used, I guess, back then. Yeah.
Ricky and Steve gave him a little bit of shit for that.
Alright, man. And what was it? Chewing the fat?
Chewing the Fat was good. Chewing the Fat was good.
Yeah,
Chewing the Fat was good.
praise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, I don't know about the worm. I don't know about the worm being cut in half. And
two different words. Right?
It might be true, or I don't know, but I don't know how educational it was.
Alright, man. Alright, well, let's go, man. You ready?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what, if it's Children of the Corn 2, then can I enter this competition?
There you go.
No.
What is that?
He's got some different prizes. Maybe I should just tease the audience with those a bit later, Rick, because there's some exciting stuff there.
That's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Right, so
I don't want to give too much away, Rick, but one of them is a copy of The Office on DVD.
Is anything like maybe Burt Reynolds' straight-to-video film? Are any of those in
Sadly,
there?
nothing quite as classy.
Fist.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
so
go on.
we've got that lot to give away.
Yeah.
We've got
Go on. Hurry up, quick.
educating Ricky, where teacher
brilliant.
stuff.
What did you because you taught me that people used to eat tomatoes off lead plates in the land of Narnia last week,
that's
which was
what we learned
good.
last week.
Yeah.
No, what
Is
was-
it only tomatoes they ate off the lead plates, by the way? Why didn't they think other fruits and vegetables were poisonous?
No, it wasn't. It was because tomatoes had acid in them. That was the problem. You see, you don't listen. Right?
Well, lots of fruits have acid in them.
Yeah, but they didn't eat them back then. they didn't have bloody kiwi fruit and stuff.
Don't
did they,
say
back then?
bloody. You're a producer.
Come on,
You'll start saying shit and cock and stuff. You start saying bloody tits. Play the.
Hang on, right, and...
Go on, play
keep him hooked, right?
Yeah.
We've still got a song with a story in it.
Yeah. You don't want to play Babushka, do you? He doesn't like the idea of Babushka. I told him that was a story.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it. A devil went down to Georgia. Someone sent in. You know, he's looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it. Why don't you like that?
Do you know the song?
Not particularly.
Right, it's a song about a lad who goes into a pub on a normal night, and
it's in sort of the deep south of America, New Orleans, something like that. It's you know, it's not the old Kent Road.
Right, okay.
Okay, go on.
goes into a pub. There's a devil in there who's getting a bit cocky. He's had a bit to drink, and he's saying, "Do you want to sort of gamble your soul away with me, and we'll see who's best at playing the violin?"
Yeah.
And I think the lad wins in the end, but it's not real enough. Whereas the one.
Oh, what? Not like the Shadow that got fed up and started pushing kids off bikes.
Rick, I think you're
In
referring to
Boston.
stuff that no one made sense on last week.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we should refer to last week.
Let's play Mock Turtles. Can you dig it? And then we'll come back and we'll talk about that.
I've come to the conclusion, Rick, we should never refer to stuff Carl said in the past, because it would just take too long to explain.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough. Foo Fighters and All My Life on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Stephen Merchant and Carl Pilkington. So, just before we do educating Ricky, this is where Carl thinks he can give me something of interest and teach me something to take away. Last week I found out that somewhere in a strange land people thought tomatoes were poisonous because they ate them with lead. Things like that. What was the other one you told me?
What else was it last week? Bit of worms. Cut me off.
Yeah. Oh, I sent him a text message. I was on the train, a bit bored, and I read in, I think it was Metro, scientists have found out that worms get stressed, and they found out that the fat ones didn't live as long. And when they checked the thin ones that lived longer, they found out they had a gene for de-stressing them. Right? Carl, do you remember what you said?
No.
He went, well, that's stupid, isn't it? He said, did these other ones die of natural causes? I went, yeah. He went, alright. Because it could be that the fat ones couldn't get off the pavement quick enough and got squashed. So maybe the scientists go, yeah, we didn't... yeah, come to think of it, they were flat as well as fat.
I think the reason that the worms are getting stressed is because people like Carl are cutting them in half to try and make 2 steaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two worms.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
He said they can't even commit suicide if they're stressed by cutting their throat. I also sent what I thought was quite interesting, that the science have found that the elephant hasn't got the best memory. The sea lion has, based on they've got a sea lion and they got it back into the old laboratory 10 years after it had taught it a simple trick, and it could still do the trick. What did you say to that, Carl?
Yeah.
I'd say they don't go up to much anyway, so if you do teach it something, it is going to remember it.
Sure.
Because it's got nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it also, I mean, I like sea lions, they look nice and everything, but what do they do?
What was that? Sea lions?
Yeah, what are they here for? It's another jellyfish, as far as I'm concerned. It's like, it's there and people know about them, but what do they do?
Another jelly.
What do we do? What do we do, Carl? What do we do?
A cat, first, Steve said, is good for your heart. So you,
Why is it all geared to what's good for us?
well... Anyway...
Educating Ricky.
Good, we've settled that then. Go on.
The titles that are meant to sort of pull you in.
Yeah.
We've got, what was it? Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Yeah.
You've got It's Not His Vault. And Get a Load with This.
Get a load of this. So, which pun do I pick first? I think I'll go for, get a load of this.
Get a lobe of this.
Yeah, get a load of this, yeah.
Well, that's a story about a girl who, she was deaf, right, for 4 years. And, it happened quite a bit back this.
What year? Or was it,
I think it was
specific, ages ago, was it?
About, yeah, quite a bit back. She was deaf for about 4 years. Having an argument with a mum, it said, which I didn't quite understand. Because I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
But she was having an argument,
Well-
and a man pushed her against a wall, and she banged her head, and her hearing came back.
Okay.
What?
Was she wearing a Walkman? And it fell out? And she'd realised, well, that's
There's
why.
no explanation.
There's no explanation. Well, why is that teaching me something then?
Right, so I knew you'd say this, right? So I thought, right, I'll stick something on it. Do you know that bees are deaf?
No! No, you can't just... No! No. If you ask someone something they don't know the answer to, they don't tell you something else. Just, I'll tell you something else then. I can't answer that, I'll tell you something else. Imagine that. If you asked a teacher. Look, how do birds fly? Wow, if you're going to do that, tallest building is... I mean, what...
Well,
That was the equivalent, Carl, of running away when we asked you a question.
Yeah, the intellectual equivalent of going, look over there, there's a monster. Listen, what do you mean? What she... Okay, so... Oh.
So her
There's
hearing
no
came back.
explanation. There's no explanation. Or you don't know.
well, there isn't one, is there, really? It's a bit
What,
weird.
did,
But the
doctors,
only
did
thing
the doctors not look into it?
That could have happened.
No, I think they just said, oh, that's good.
Maybe.
So again, I don't... Where did this information... Is that... If you read this on
Is
the net,
that
is that
it?
all they put on
There
the
was
net?
once a deaf woman who hit her head and she
And her
could hear.
hearing came back.
It was bizarre things about being deaf.
Was there
And-
three,
Oh,
like...
yeah.
Was there
I've
sort
got
of...
that book, yeah, it's a good book, that.
Was there three
Yeah.
more pages you just couldn't be bothered to read on?
Yeah.
No, it was just a little bit, and it
Was there a
said-
little picture, a cartoon picture?
No pictures, I just
We
read
going,
it.
ow!
Look,
Ow,
if you
I
don't
can
want to
hear.
know, if you don't want to learn, you know.
Yeah. Okay, it's not his fault. Let me have It's Not His Fault. You've got to save this. This has got to teach me something. It'll be an interesting story.
Right, It's Not His Vault. This fella,
Yeah.
What year? Ages
Olden
ago?
times?
I'd say in the 70s,
Okay.
Would you? Any evidence for that?
and
Does he wear flares in the story?
right,
Is that
this-
your reason?
no, it's a bit like Yuri Geller, this fella, right, where he's electric,
He's electric.
and if you walked past the telly would fizz.
Uh-huh.
If you walk past the radio, it all goes like that.
Ooh.
His hair stuck up all the time, and he'd be having a bath, and everything would be all right, and then the power would sort of switch on in his body, and the electric in his body made him jump out of the bath. So,
What do you mean so? What is that so? What does that so mean? You've given us nothing. You've given us nothing.
You'd have to at least give us the scientific explanation.
Yeah.
electric eels have 400 volts in them.
Oh, is this the running away again?
What was that one called?
Yeah, but
It's not his vault.
But there's a reason that not his fault. It's not his fault. I thought it was going to be something about
I
keeping
think
it
we
in
should.
safe.
I think we should do these the other way round. I
It's
think we
not
should
his
tell us the story and then we'll hear the pun.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right, let's leave it.
Play a tune. Educating Ricky.
Doing it.
No, we are! What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, Carl, you're in a bad mood.
The Coral,
I'm all right.
dreaming of you. Right, do the last one. Do the last one. Carl's saying we're never doing this again because we don't appreciate it. Yeah, Carl, you don't know how good this feature is, mate.
Right, last one.
Yeah.
Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Go on then, tell me about that one. What's that? What am I going to learn from this?
Right, well, do you know the saying, pot a sock in it?
I like it already.
Do you know the saying?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you know where it comes from?
I assume it's shut up, so I'll stuff your mouth with a sock to shut you up.
Years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, am I right?
No, not really. Ages ago.
1970s?
50s,
Okay.
I'd say. Do you know the old...
I'd say.
do you know the old gramophone?
Yeah.
With the big horn on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, well, those stereos didn't have a volume control on them. Right? So they'd be listening
Oh,
to
so you
the
put a
album,
sock in the...
and you
mute.
put something like a sock.
That's a real one, you see. That's taught me something.
Okay.
That's good. That's excellent, Carl. That is the only one that counts, like chewing the fat, if they're true. I'm assuming they are. It works. It's of interest. I haven't got it verified yet, but that is educating Ricky. That's brilliant. I will say the other two were more entertaining. So, you know,
Do you understand the distinction, though, between that one and Electrical Man?
and, or I've hit my head, I can hear you, Mum.
Yeah. Can you see the difference, though? Or... are all
Not really,
three
because when I read all three, I took something away from all of them.
What did you take away from the Electrical Man?
I just thought, oh, imagine that. Imagine how annoying that would be.
That's
Yeah.
not education, is
And
it?
it's not taking anything
No, but
away.
Think about it, right? We take our lives for granted all the time, don't you? You get up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'll get up and walk for a shower. Some people can't walk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, he can't even have a... You know what I mean? It's nice to have a bath, isn't it, when you've got time on your hands and you can relax. This guy can't even do that. He might be alright for a bit, but he's not really enjoying it, because at any moment, it could strike.
Yeah.
So, he can't even do that. He can't comb his hair, because it keeps going a mess.
Yeah.
He can't watch his
Nor can
favourite-
you.
No, he can't.
Does he fight crime? What does he do with his powers?
Yeah.
I think he just has to sit around, because he can't work with machinery,
Right.
because he'll probably blow a fuse.
Yeah, so he just sits around.
Think about it, what can he do? What normal things can he do?
Skateboarding.
Going for long walks.
Yeah,
Put a wetsuit on.
well, he couldn't do that.
Why?
Ooh, water and electric.
No, wetsuits aren't actually wet. They're dry initially.
You just put a whole wetsuit on and walk round with flippers and
A
rub the
wetsuit's
top.
not like a dinner jacket that's like really wet.
All I'm saying is think, do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And what was the
And
other one
the
again?
girl deaf, 4 years hits her head.
Yeah. That's just...
What have you learned from that?
What is that?
Well, imagine how happy you'd be. Remember that time when I nearly died when I choked on a Mr. Freeze pop? Right?
No, tell us that one again.
No, I told you, didn't I?
Tell us again.
Yeah, but the people will remember it, and then it's...
They won't. They weren't listening. Go on. What happened?
It was ages ago when my mum and dad used to go out shopping on a Friday.
1970s?
Get the food in. get a week's load of food in the cupboard and that, and we'd, you know, they'd come in with all the food, and we'd all be like, oh god, you know, there's no food left on a Thursday really, so we'd all be hungry on the Friday by the time the food got in.
I love that.
And
That
I'd
they
be
would
like-
need it. I imagine him like jackal puppies.
Yeah.
Just like licking your parents' mouth for food as they
So-
come through the door.
So they come in from the supermarket, they're emptying the box. Our kid had got some biscuits and what have you.
Frenzy, just a feeding frenzy, like pigeons.
I grabbed the Mr. Freeze pop and knocked it back really quick, but it wasn't frozen, so I knocked it back so it was like a liquid, and it went down the wrong way, right, and I was choking, right, and I nearly died. It must have been about... How long can you go before you die?
A couple of minutes to do
Right,
it.
I reckon about 1:50. Right, I was really close to dying.
How do you know you were close to dying? Did your life flash before you?
No, but I just was like...
There's loads of instances of him eating pops.
Yeah, exactly.
I just was dead.
40 of those.
Whatever, right?
What do
anyway.
you think you'd see if your life flashed past you? What do you think, which elements would stand out for you, do you think?
What? Start now, go back. Zoom, what do you remember? What's the first thing you remember?
As a kid...
Yeah, just anything now.
Being in the hall and having our dog licking my face.
That's your earliest memory?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Right, next one's probably being at primary school with Lindsay.
Yeah.
Was that your girlfriend?
Well, a little friend who was a girl. And we used to have like tins with letters in, and you'd have to write stuff. But anyway, what are we doing? Right, so anyway,
I'm intrigued by the dog that was licking your face.
we'll bin that.
We won't win that.
No, it's a great
Rockbusters.
feature. I just think you need to be a little bit more careful about what you consider to be education.
Gone,
All
funny.
right,
I
all
fell
right.
over.
All right, well, I'll...
We'll work on it next week. Play a tune, and what have you got for us? 'Cause we've got a big competition.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. No.
This nigga Carl.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Putting the sock in it was educational, man. That's that was.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
imagine
two.
they did that.
Yeah, you gotta check that one out.
Then the girl with the head. I've heard like medical miracles. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Like
definitely.
that. It's even stranger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not that strange. Well, I mean, it's strange. But I mean, shit.
Death out of somebody.
Knocked the death out of somebody. It must have been a hard hit.
Maybe.
He said the mom and the daughter were arguing, and then the daughter hit her head. Were they fighting?
I don't know what happened. And then what did he say after that? Where he ran? He said,
What?
who Ricky was talking about, so you just ran from the.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just running away from the
He
situation.
ran away from the question. He said, if you're not having that, did you know bees are deaf?
Yeah.
He's like, it's like he's asking the teacher, teacher, how do birds fly? And the teacher said, well, if you're gonna do that, the tallest building. That's like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. No, I mean I don't know about the electric dude, because I mean if the dude just
It's not his fault.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's real.
It means he couldn't shower his whole life.
Are there really electric people?
I don't know about that. I mean, you know about the dude that puts like spoons and shit on himself.
He's not really magnetic. This nigga's just sticky. This nigga just sticky. Not magnetic. This nigga just got oily, sticky skin. Probably lotion his ass up before he did that shit. It's a trick.
Yeah, man.
But to be electric. Have you ever seen the movie Powder?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, man.
Nigga was powerful. Wanted to be like him when I was younger. Well, I didn't want to be like him. I wish I had his powers. He was very depressed. Powder. He was electric.
Yeah.
He got struck by lightning.
Is that how he got his powers, right? That's how he got him, right?
I think he was born with that.
Oh,
That
okay,
nigga was
yeah.
born looking like that.
No, he got struck a couple times, didn't he? Like, shit.
Nigga always got struck. He's electric.
Yeah.
Powder.
Oh,
He should have made a
man.
powder too. Actually, you know what happened to him at the end of the movie?
Did he die?
This nigga, he like evaporated from an electric strike, and people are like, "Oh, he's in the electric." Like, nah, that nigga just got disintegrated. Like this nigga's electric now. Nah, nigga. That
God
nigga gone.
took him back.
Nigga gone. Nigga's dead. That's why I didn't understand. I was like, where this nigga at? I think that's how I did it.
Yeah.
That's nigga powder.
Oh, man.
That's really is not his fault.